Listen, imagine being so dominant.
Bonds hits one to left center.
So unstoppable.
The pitch. Bonds hits one high.
That you rewrite the history books. But instead of cheers, you are met with doubt. You shatter records that no one ever thought would be possible.
756. Bonds stands alone.
But your legacy is questioned at every turn. What if the greatest player of your generation wasn't just feared for his talent, but for his power to change the game itself? Barry Bonds makes our list as the number 3 most influential black baseball player of all time. Stick around, because you're gonna want to listen to this one. Yo, what is up, my people, and welcome back to the list. Now, we're gonna start this video like we start every video, with the simple tip of our hats as a salute to the Negro Leagues for paving a way for black ball players today and providing an opportunity for African Americans to play the great game of baseball at a professional level during the segregation era. We are truly grateful. And to be honest, I think I'm gonna keep the hat on for this video. Before we get started on this video, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put a lot of effort into these videos and I want them to do great. My goal is to reach as many people as possible as I can. And also, I'm responding to every comment, but I have to warn you guys, any racist comments or any comments using curse words, the comment will be deleted and you'll be permanently banned from my channel. So please, comment respectfully and maturely.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and there's a drive. High and deep to right field. Way back Jackson to the wall, looking up. She's gone, and that is home run number 400 for Barry Bonds. He becomes the first man in Major League history to steal over 400 bases and hit 400 home runs in his career.
Barry Bonds, the number 3 on our list. A player whose name echoes through the halls of baseball history. A player whose journey was shaped by a unique family legacy, incredible talent, and an unmatched work ethic. You see, Barry just wasn't born into any family. He was born into a baseball dynasty. His father, Bobby Bonds, was a powerhouse in his own right, a 3-time All-Star, and a player who could hit for both power and speed. Bobby's influence on Barry was undeniable. Growing up with a dad in Major League Baseball meant growing up around the clubhouse. And by this, of course, having an MLB dad. Bonds was basically adopted by his father's team. In fact, Bobby Bonds, Barry's father, named one of his teammates the godfather of Barry Bonds. The teammate, none other than my favorite baseball player of all time, Willie Mays. Now, I could go on and on about Barry and Willie's friendship, but to be honest, I'll take up the whole video. So I'm gonna touch up on it now, and throughout the video, you'll see bits and pieces where Willie's name ends up popping up here and there. But right now, I would like you guys to hear from Barry directly about his relationship with Willie. Enjoy.
I started following him around when I was a little boy. I mean, every kid that I ever known, every one of us that ever came to the ballpark always wanted to be Willie Mays. I used to climb on the top of the locker and stuff and hide above his locker and just watch him and chew bubble gum. I used to put his glove on. I was left-handed, but I always put his glove on backwards, and he took a liking to me when I was a little kid. That's how our relationship started. Willie was just my idol. Willie was just everything to me. He did a lot for the city, did a lot in the community, did a lot for the organization. He was a big inspiration to the city. San Francisco got a new team. There was no better person for the city at that time than Willie.
McCovey Cove beckons. The Willie Mays wall out there, the 24-foot high wall between Bonds and McCovey Cove. 3-1 the count. Kinney throws. Bonds swings. High drive. There it goes. Number 660 headed for the Cove. That one is wet. Barry Bonds has done it on a 3-1 pitch, and he launches one completely out of the yard into San Francisco Bay. And that is number 660. He has tied Willie Mays. The list now is Aaron number 1, Ruth number 2, Mays and Bonds number 3. Bonds met by Durham and Snow and Pierzynski at home plate. Now Bonds exchanged the high fives with Edgardo Alfonso, who's come out on deck. Fireworks are flashing, exploding above the scoreboard in center. And here comes the Say Hey Kid himself, Willie Mays, onto the field. He exchanges an embrace with his godson, Barry Bonds. Now Bonds acknowledges the ovation of the crowd, doffs his batting helmet to them. And Willie Mays, who comes out carrying the Olympic torch. And now the crowd begins to chant Barry's name.
I mean, imagine growing up in the clubhouse with the great Willie Mays and eventually passing his record on career home runs. That had to be a full circle moment for not only Barry, but Willie as well. My favorite part of the video is that after Barry circles the bases, Willie is there to greet him coming out the dugout with his Olympic torch, signifying that he is now passing the torch from him to Barry. Wow, this list has been so fun. What a blessing it is to be able to go back to back with father-son MLB duos. Starting off with number 4, Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr., and then number 3 with Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds. It must help to grow up in the clubhouse. That's a great segue for our next topic, Barry Bonds' IQ. Out of this world.
I don't care if you throw 100 miles an hour. I don't care if you throw 120 miles an hour. There's a catcher behind home plate, and that catcher catches that ball every time with a glove. Only thing I did was change the object from a glove to a bat, and all I gotta do is catch it.
And where was it?
Barry Bonds wasn't just a baseball prodigy. He was a baseball genius. Known for his record-breaking home runs, his IQ on the field was unparalleled. Growing up with a father who played in the major leagues and a godfather, Willie Mays, Bonds had a front row seat to baseball's highest level. His sharp baseball mind allowed him to outthink pitchers and master the art of hitting. Bonds had an incredible ability to read pitchers' movements and anticipate their next move. A skill that came from his deep understanding of the game and his unmatched work ethic. His baseball IQ, honed from years of learning from the best, was key to his legendary success. I mean, Barry just knew how to stay focused. Let's listen to him talk about it.
The way they walk you, the way they pitch to you, you've handled it very well. You have not gone off and said, you know, they need to change the rules, they need to do something to give me a chance. How have you handled all this? How have you been able to do that?
It's just that staying focused point. You'll be in situations at time where a guy hit 2 home runs in a game and the next man's next to at bats look worse than his 2 home runs.
Right.
Well, he's satisfied with his day. And basically, my dad's, I've never been satisfied with an at-bat. And you learn that from Pete Rose and Tony Gwynn and great hitters that just constantly, you know, got 3,000 hits. Rod Carew, you can go on and on with all the great hitters that have done that. So I go in there to focus that I'm not giving up at-bats, no matter what. And then that one opportunity is maybe a hit or home run or strikeout or whatever.
With a really high IQ and a simple approach, the guy has to have some type of good stats, right? Man, you'd be surprised. It's time for one of my favorite parts of the video, the stats. Barry has a lot of them. And honestly, in my opinion, Barry Bonds is the best baseball player statistically. If we just talk about stats statistically, let's listen to some of these crazy stats. So Barry Bonds homered and stole a base in 102 games in his career. That's the most in baseball history. Who's in second place? Our number 5 most influential black baseball player ever, Hall of Famer Rickey Henderson. Henderson makes the list at number 2 with 15 games in his career where he hit a home run and stole a base in the same game. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Barry's in first place with 102 games, and Rickey is in second place with 15 games. That's ridiculous. Another stat is Bonds still holds the home run record at Oracle Park with 160 home runs. A record that sees the person in second place being Brandon Belt with 93 home runs. All right, this next one's gonna sound fake, but in 2004, Barry Bonds had 4 more home runs than strikeouts. 4 more home runs than strikeouts in a single MLB season. That is crazy, mind-blowing. I think it's a really crazy statistic because Barry only led the league in home runs twice in his career, right? And one of those 2 times, he broke the single season home run record by hitting 73 home runs in 1 season. I mean, Barry Bonds has more intentional walks than the Tampa Bay Rays' entire franchise. With all those walks, someone has to challenge this guy, right? Look at this.
Now, we talked about the ball that Barry Bonds hit on a challenge from Benito Santiago. And that's the one he hit in the upper deck, and he goes, all right, you're so good, hit the purple line. And this was the very next swing. And he hit the purple line. And it was not down the line.
Incredible, right? From the video to the stats. It's so crazy that I mentioned a bunch of stats that were crazy and sound impossible, and I didn't even mention the most impressive one. The home run record, the career home run record, 762 career home runs. Good enough for the most of all time.
And Bassick deals. And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 756. Bonds stands alone.
You know, the funny thing about the chase is that 7 years prior to Barry breaking the all-time home run record, Barry didn't even think he'd get to Willie Mays' record of 660 home runs.
Earlier this year, you mentioned your godfather, Willie Mays' record of 660 home runs as something that you're shooting for. Is it important for you at this point in your career to stay motivated, to have those kind of numerical things to go after?
No, I don't know where everyone thinks that I'm shooting for 600. You know, it's like a whole, you know, misquotations around. But
okay,
my thing is that I started looking at my career, and I started looking at the things that I've accomplished in my career. There's things I mean, I've never done that before, and I'm trying to think of what next level can I get to? What can keep me motivated to do the things that I've been doing day in and day out? And I started putting numbers together and just averaging out, well, let me just compare my godfather's career with my career and things that I've accomplished. And I was like 6 years away with 30-some plus home runs on an average to hit 660 home runs. And I said, I can stay healthy for 6 years and do this. And I was just trying to figure out something to motivate myself, but I don't think I'll be around long enough to hit 660 home runs.
Barry breaking the home run record was destined. In fact, Bonds' first home run ever just so happened to be in the same stadium where Hank Aaron passed Babe Ruth to become the all-time home run leader. And ironically, the 2 home runs almost landed in identical places. Barry Bonds respected Hank Aaron. Let's take a listen to Barry speak about Hank in this interview with Joe Morgan.
Do you get more excited, say, playing in Atlanta because Hank Aaron played here, because of, you know, he's the, you know, greatest home run hitter ever? Do you get more excited playing in this ballpark?
I get excited about that too, because, you know, the respect that Hank has here in Atlanta, and all the fans here love him to death, and, you know, and everyone says he's our icon, you know, Barry. I'm like, you know what? It's just an honor of competition, you know, between, you know, they're like, you're gonna do it. I'm like, nah, Hank's numbers far, you guys. You don't know what's gonna happen. And to me, Hank deserves the respect of the game of baseball that I believe never gave him as being the home run king. And that's just how I feel personally. And some people may, you know, shun at that, and some reporters may write certain negative things about it. But I believe that Hank Aaron deserves the respect that he does as a home run king. And until somebody passes that, Hank Aaron deserves all the respect that he deserves.
We all remember the excitement and drama surrounding Barry Bonds' pursuit of the all-time home run record. In 2007, Bonds hit his 756 home run, surpassing Hank Aaron's long-standing record. This moment was historic, not only because of sheer achievement, but also because it symbolized a shift in the game itself. Bonds' chase brought a spotlight to baseball in a way that very few moments have. It sparked national conversation and, of course, debates about the use of performance and enhancing drugs, and, of course, discussions about race and legacy in the sport. But even beyond the controversy, the home run chase represented the apex of a career where Bonds showed just how dominant he could be at the plate. And while the record itself remains clouded by the steroid era debate, there's no denying that Barry Bonds was the most feared hitter of all time. Barry is best known for his legendary baseball career, but there's a side of Barry that many people do not talk about: his philanthropic efforts. Bonds founded the Barry Bonds Family Foundation in 1999, which supports underprivileged youth, providing scholarships, mentoring programs, and opportunities in sports and education. He also made a huge impact in local communities, funding initiatives to create safe spaces for young people and helping them stay away from violence and poverty. On top of that, Bonds has worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, granting wishes to kids battling critical illnesses. While his baseball career has been controversial, his philanthropic work paints a different picture on who Barry actually is. A man who's made a positive impact off the field as well as on the field. That's all the time I have today. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna have stuff to say in the comments. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, let's keep it PG. Any curse words or racist slang will get you banned from my channel for life. But tell me this, when you think of Barry Bonds, do you think of his philanthropic efforts? Is Barry the best baseball player ever? Will his records like 7 MVPs, 762 career home runs, and the most walks all time ever be broken? And lastly, what is your take on Barry Bonds' current Hall of Fame status? Does Barry deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Should he get in posthumously, as others theorize that will happen to greats like Rose and Bonds? Or does Barry deserve to be left out of the Hall of Fame? Pete Rose once said, Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, just like I belong in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is for the greatest players, and Barry Bonds is one of the greatest players ever, period. He should be in there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment sections below. Please do me a favor by liking this video and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the rest of the list. Take it easy.
Second baseman moves 20 feet into right field. Bonds hits one.
I saw him work hours on taking ground balls and just charging like a wild man and getting rid of the ball and throwing active. He's done that.
But Roberto Clemente has a straight throw right field. I emphasized on it more in left field.
The pitch. Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep to center. Out of here. 7:15. The wait is over, and they are on their feet here at AT&T Park. Bonds passes Babe Ruth. He is second on the all-time home run list. Bonds, left field, deep, Holiday back, out of here! It's 2-0 Giants.